So we're going to talk about magic today. I want you all to stop and think about a magical moment in your life. We're all agents here, right? So maybe your first deal you closed, right? The first million you made. Some magical moments in my life, probably the most magical moments in my life is when my kids were born, holding them the first time. When I was a little, what they say in Texas, knee-high to a grasshopper. Watching my parents build a real estate empire out of nothing. My first day of school in America and having all the clean water you can drink. Clean water is magic, right? So magic is all around us. Stop and think about the magic that it took when you were a new agent and no experience, never closed a deal before, and the magic that it took to get that customer to trust you, to give you that listing, or to be the buyer's agent. Right? And ask yourself, why did that happen? Where did that magic come from? And that magic comes from something that's innate, that's in you, that's you connecting to the universe. But really, it's about you giving back. When you're grounded in a position where you can give back and truly help people, then the magic is created. So if you're an agent that is running for deals and striving for and looking at the list and say, okay, there's 10 people ahead of me to the number one spot and I want to beat them, that's good, that's motivation, right? But that's not what's going to get clients to come to you. Right? Clients are going to come to your magic. They want to connect, they want to understand. They want to feel that you're a part of something. You got to differentiate yourself. Right? AI is not going to differentiate you. AI is a necessary tool. And if you don't have AI in your business, if you're not using it, you're going to have a problem. You're going to fall behind. You can't be a taxi driver with a horse and buggy anymore. You got to have a car. Right? Same thing. You got to have AI. But that's not what's going to build your business. So what's going to build your business is having that connection and helping people. And real magic in this business is watching that new homeowner first time own that house that they saved for 10 years for the down payment and got that FHA loan, and I got in that house. So that's what we've been doing. My family's been doing this for 45 years. And the magic that AI brings, my magic, my team's magic, is to take that 45 years of knowledge, put it into the AI, and deliver all that experience at the touch of a button to every person on the planet, so that everyone can build financial security, so that no other child has to be wowed about having clean drinking water. And when you define your values, when you define your personal agenda, and you align it with real values and real agenda to lift people, now you differentiate yourself. Right? Whether you're number 10 on the top realtors in Austin or number 11, your customer doesn't care. It's not going to make a difference. Frankly, it doesn't matter if you're number 10 or number 100. Right? Your customer cares about who you are and what you're doing and how you're giving back and how you're integrating. And AngelAi, we are literally working on solving that problem. Our goal is to lift 2 billion people. There's 2 billion people on the planet today that are either not banked or underbanked, that do not have access to financial services, that don't have bank accounts. And we're lifting them up. We're delivering financial access all over the world. So we're right now in talks and partnership talks with banking leaders in the Middle East and Africa, Latin America, and we're going to give that access. So this will come not only with financial access, but once they're integrated, we can get these people integrated into the system and have low-cost finances for the small shoemaker in a village in Africa who needs $500 to buy a new hammer or some more leather. needs that micro loan can get that micro loan by talking to an AI on the spot and get it, taking pictures of his inventory, that's his collateral, get the money delivered to him. And not only that, but be part of the blockchain economy where he can now trade and transact all over the world, not just within his village. Think about how many people we're going to lift up. Right? Think about all the people in America who are denied housing, who are denied lending capacity because they get discriminated against. Right? For every 2 black borrowers that are declined, 1 should have been approved. For roughly every 3.5 veterans that are denied, right? 2.5 should have been approved. Those are the real stats if you look at the government data. And that's where AI magic comes in. AI flattens that out. Year after year, for the past 4 years, we've shown real data that we've equalized the approval rates, delivery rates across the board. And it's not just about race, the discrimination happens on complexity. So veterans tend to have medical complexities. Multiple job changes, disabled people get declined at extraordinary rates. Like right now in banking, being declined doesn't mean you weren't financially capable. Being declined means, more often than not, it means that the bank just didn't want to deal with your circumstance. And that's the reality, that's what we're fixing. And that doesn't apply to, obviously, not every loan officer, not every bank is that way. But when you look at the averages, when you look at the trends, that's what's actually happening. Okay. So to do it in scale, you need the technology so that your decisioning is automated, and the banks that are buying the credit, that are accepting, that are either lending the money to that mortgage or that payday loan or that small business loan, they don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. They don't care your color, your national origin, nothing. All they know is that there's a credit token on chain, is valuable, and they're going to fight for that credit, irrespective of about who is behind that credit. Because an AI has gone through and said, this person is good for $500,000 or whatever it is, the $500 microloan or the payday loan. So the payday loans in this country are awful. I'm surprised that this even exists. We're working with the client right now who's got, for $2,000 he needed for an emergency, and he's paying an effective interest rate of 150%. Why is that? It's simply because the system has too many barriers, too many frictions, and lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, lack of easy access to knowledge. So if we can deliver that same customer, we can deliver in the single digits interest rate. So imagine how many people are being excluded. And once you fall into that trap of 150% interest rate, you'll never get out of it. That's this lending industry, especially, it takes advantage of those who need the help the most. It takes advantage of them. It feeds on lack of education, lack of access, okay, and drives profit into people who just because of a knowledge arbitrage. So if you can chat to an AI and you're comfortable, because an AI is a computer, it is not going to judge it, you can tell it freely what your problems are. You can give it your information, it's secure, and on the spot it can say you're approved for a mortgage, you're approved for a payday loan, here's cheaper insurance, let's get you a bank account opened, let's get you a secure decentralized wallet. Maybe, my goal, what we're going to do is we're going to literally take billions of people and have them skip banking and go straight to blockchain. Okay, so AI realtors are the best, not because you have the best tools, because you're aligned with values that are going to deliver real change and real uplift. You're part of a movement that's committed to lifting people. So even if you're an agent, there are a lot of agents here who do high net worth deals, $1 million, $5 million homes, you're selling all the time. And you're thinking, well, the payday loans, low income loans, not for me. Right? He's not talking to me, but I am. Because those people, everybody wants to be involved. You want to do business with good people. You want to do business with people who are actually trying to make a difference. So even though most of your clientele is in a $5 million, $10 million home clientele, the fact that you're involved in a movement that's pushing the world forward. And guess what? If you're a person, if you have a business and you're making a lot of money and you're buying a $5 million home, $10 million home, right? You need people being lifted up from the ground up, from the bottom up, because those are your customers. Everyone's customers, ultimately, everyone else. So if you're out there helping the little guy as well as the big guy, you're going to get more clients. So let's talk about going to the specifics of the product. AngelAi will do a lot of the stuff you don't like to do for you, all automated. So do your lead prospecting. That's the favorite part. Agents love that piece of it, where you give it your raw contacts and she will email, call for you, set up appointments. Most agents are experiencing about 2 appointments for every 500 contacts they give. And it does all the do not call list, scrubbing, and TCPA compliance and everything. She'll also create your websites for you and your marketing materials for you. Things that you normally would hire virtual assistants and pay outside sites. It's all for free for our partners. This is the real data of the national decline rates versus AngelAi. So it's double. As you can see, the pink magenta bar for nationwide is more than twice. Black bars have declined more than twice that of white bars, and we've equalized it. Because you take all that human bias out of it. There was a study done about a month and a half ago. A university researcher ran 1,000 loans. He ran them through all the different public LLMs. And basically, for the exact same conditions, it required black borrowers to have 125 points higher in FICO score than white borrowers, for everything else being equal. And then when he took the race out of the input data, race of the borrower out of the input data, it equalized it. Okay, so does that mean that the AI is bad? No, it just means that AI is just trained on past data. So it's a mirror, and it's a reflection of what happened in the past. So it's, again, further evidence that the industry has been systemically discriminating. And I don't think it's systemically racist. I don't think Americans are racist people. I think being an immigrant, my own experience has been a very positive experience. But I think the system is set up for failure. And we're going to fix that. You want a system that is infinitely scalable. So it doesn't matter how many leads you put up in there, how many agents you have, how many scenarios you run through it, what requests you make for it. The AI doesn't care. We have infinite computing power. It's all in the cloud. And so you don't have to worry about, I ran out of virtual assistants. I have to go hire another VA. And everything you get is on demand. So you get a customer come to you who's got 20 job changes in the last 2 years. Doesn't matter. Just drop in the information and she'll crank it out. You don't even have to read the customer situation. You don't have to look at the appraisal. You don't have to look at anything. Take a picture of the documents, give it to the AI. The AI will analyze the documents, and it all happens within minutes. The AI will analyze documents and give you the answers back. And this is what you can and can't do with it. The other thing, credit repair. So think about all the customers that you're not helping today that you could be if you had the ability to repair their credit. So credit repair normally costs a lot of money, a couple $100 an account sometimes. Okay, here you drop it into Angel. You drop the person's information to Angel, and she will start dealing directly with the merchant and keep following up with the merchant until the merchant either gives up, gets tired of being harassed by the AI, right? Or if your customer says, to stop. Oh, and we're going to hear from Sugar Shane. He's my favorite customer because he was the first person to use the product. So the story is he and I were flying back from Dallas to Puerto Rico, and I explained to him what we were just about to launch, right? And he said, that's interesting, right? And here's a guy who's made a couple $100 million in his life. He buys everything with cash. He doesn't care about credit. But he's had a few unscrupulous merchants that messed around with him in the past, and all the more reason he doesn't want to deal with it. So when he heard about how it worked, he went in on his own. I didn't even know. He went on his own and requested the credit repair. And within a couple of months, his credit score went up 125 points. And all the old past issues were resolved for him automatically. All right, so that's that easy. It's your own personal assistant. What you see here is is twin avatar. So you're going to be able to scale up infinitely. You will have your own twin avatar. So we formed a new product called Angel Twin. And imagine your avatar on your website, and also available to your customers. You can FaceTime basically you, which is a mirror of the information that you have in your head into the avatar, your spirit, your energy, and the customer can FaceTime and talk to you 24/7. And you could be on your listing site and your websites and everywhere else. So AngelAi, with your information, with its information, it's practically infinite amount of information it has about financial services bundled together. It's like your superhuman sidekick. It's like if you wanted to have a super brain, this is what you do. And the information you give to AngelAi, and here's the beauty of it, the information you give to Angel about yourself that will train your twin, right? So when your twin is talking to your customers, right, it's learning, and when you're training your twin, it's learning, and we'll talk later about how you train the twin. Right? All the information, everything that defines you is stored for you and only you. It'll be in your wallet and only you own that data. Okay, so, and that's what makes your value proposition unique from everyone else is your specific life experience and your presentation and how you speak to your customers and your market niche. You don't want anyone else to get that. Right now, when you use Google and the other Web 2 companies, you've given away about $60,000 of data to Google. That's why Google is a multi-trillion-dollar company, because of all the data freely you've given away to Google. Okay, Angel Twin is take all that data instead and give it to yourself in a structured way in your wallet, and that powers your twin. So your twin is working 24/7, talking to your customers 24/7, and learning from that interaction. It's taking off. We're scaling like crazy. So this is the growth over the last year. And it's like 30-40% month-over-month growth. These are new users that are adding to the platform, and most of these users, about 50% are loan officers, 25% are realtors, and the other 25% they don't declare who they are. So there's an old saying out there: don't be afraid of AI taking your job. Be afraid of the person next to you who's using AI. That guy will take your job. Okay, and at this rate, it won't be long before every realtor with the right mindset will be on AI. Okay, so you guys are really smart. You did the right thing. You're here. You're learning about this. Take advantage of it. This is the projected growth. We're based on this current growth cycle. Within a year from now, we'll be adding about 1 million users a month. And so that's as we take this globally. There's roughly 500,000 productive realtors in the country. There's like 1 million licensed, about 500,000 that close deals, and there are roughly about 200,000 loan officers in the country that are licensed. So we're only months away before every loan officer and realtor in the country is on the platform, has an account on the platform, and all this growth is happening word of mouth. We have practically zero advertising. The most amazing stars on the planet have come to us, have heard about it. We've come to them. They've told them about the product. They love it so much. They love how much we're helping people who need it the most. And that's all a part of the growth story. And being a part of the Angel Network is you get to be a part of those coattails as well. That's not Angel. That's Sophia the robot, the first ever robot ever to be granted citizenship by a country. It's that close to being human. So what does that mean to you? So the next stage from having a twin would be to also have your twin robot. So your twin robot can, be your receptionist and greet people as they come into your real estate office. The plan is to cover all financial services in the U.S. Frankly, all the major financial services, whether U.S. or any other country, on one platform. You chat, you ask for insurance, you ask for a business loan, whatever you want, you ask for it, it'll deliver it. This is actually my avatar that was created a little while ago. Let's ask a few questions. If there's any questions in the audience. Yes?
What is the cost associated with having, or for AngelAi and the Angel Twin?
AngelAi, almost everything it does is free. If you do a credit repair through Angel, the only charge you pay for is the hard expenses. So the service is free, and so it takes a deposit for things like credit report and mailing and stuff. The way we make money is, number one, we gain customer loyalty. So if I fix a credit for somebody like with Sugar, I mean, you know, it's like he's happy. He wears the Angel shirt all the time. First, he says that he loves the logo, and it makes you feel good. It makes him feel good. It makes everyone feel good, just wearing a Angel shirt. But second is, I solved a problem for him. I solved a problem for a lot of people. Now I have customer loyalty for life, and that's very valuable, and that's what I'm really after. And when I have customer loyalty, then when you need insurance, so when you need credit card, when you need a mortgage, you need a business loan, right? Hopefully my customers will think of me first, and that's where we make money, is in the network. Yes.
How can a real estate professional utilize it right now?
Oh, good question. So right now, right off the bat, use it for your lead prospecting. Right? Direct cold calling. We have bilingual. It's actually not done by AI. It's done by humans. They're all in Puerto Rico. They're all bilingual, and they're driven by AI, and they make all the calls for you. And they do tens of thousands of calls every day. And then you can also use it for your marketing and your websites. And then as you get comfortable with it and you learn about it, then you can also actually, when you meet a buyer, ask them some information, give it to the AI will give you an actual approval, right? So AngelAi gives you loan approvals on the spot, right? They're not pre-approvals, they're not pre-quals, it actually gives you full loan approvals on the spot. And they're so good that I put my money where her mouth is. So when she gives you an approval, I basically warrant that I will fund the loan based on her approval. Even if she made a mistake, I will scratch and dent and balance sheet that loan if I have to. And I've had that warranty running now up to 5 years now. Any other questions?
Are you afraid of
That's a good question. You know, people, I'm glad you asked that, because, you know, one of the things that Angel is an open platform. It's not open source, but it's an open platform. It's open access. So that means anyone can go in there anytime and use it and try it out and learn. There's a lot of really innovative capabilities in there, because we focused heavily on how to do complex things on chat. It's one thing to do something simple on chat, to wish somebody, you know, good morning or whatever, but to do something complex like a mortgage, which is, I think, about the most complex transaction you can ever do is a mortgage. And to do that in a simple way through a chat conversation, and our loan officers on the platform, they don't open the laptop anymore. They never go into the quote-unquote loan system. They do everything on their phone on Angel. So there's tons of innovation in it to make that possible. Unfortunately, I did become aware of a competitor that's been trying to reverse engineer Angel, and we got some hidden camera footage of that, so I'm going to show you what happened with.
Sir, we've explored what you've asked us, and there seems as though there's a little hiccup. Actually,
A hiccup?
yes, to create AngelAi. Sir, the technology doesn't exist.
Wait. The technology. Here's the technology. I simply asked you to copy it.
Okay, sir, and that's what we're trying to do, but honestly, it's impossible.
Pavan was able to build this as a kid with a scrap computer.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm not Pavan.